Randy's Random Rants.
And he is as upset as most people are who watch this. So we got him out at LAX, and he just unloaded on what he saw.
You know, you could have a child that would be incorrigible or even considered a bad kid. But, you know, like say, when it comes down to a police officer traumatizing that child, putting handcuffs on him, putting him in a car, treating them like any type of an adult. Again, these are the kind of traumas that perpetuate to where kids don't trust law enforcement. Don't put no kid in no handcuffs, man. Not no 6-year-old. I wouldn't expect to see that with a white kid, even if she was,
right,
you know,
slapping the teacher
in the face. So that's right.
I mean, what he's really saying is that there's a racial component to this. Because he said a white kid would never be... Or
No. He's saying he wouldn't expect to see it even if it was a white kid. He's saying this isn't what Cedric was...
I thought he was saying they would never do this to a white kid.
No, he was saying he wouldn't
just a
expect
kid in
to see
general. Like, I mean,
Well, I'm saying that they wouldn't do it to a white
first
kid.
of all, a 6-year-old kid. So when she was placed in the zip ties and then put into the car, she was actually like booked and fingerprinted and like had to stand on a stool to take a mugshot.
And the part that was really disgusting...
I have a 5-year-old niece. Like watching this broke my heart. That is not how you reprimand a 6-year-old.
No, and it's going to stay with her for a long time.
Certainly, the effect on it. But to hear the officer, after the fact, almost sort of bragging about it, saying like, oh, this is the record. He's bragging that now this is the record for the youngest kid. Like before, I think he said it was a 9-year-old he had arrested.
That's sick. And when Dennis Turner, one of the arresting officer, was actually let go because...
Well, they fired him, yeah.
Yes.
And they fired him.
And it's terrible. I mean, it's just like this poor kid.
It's not a game, man.
No, I mean... When Lauren said that too, that they put zip ties on her, they take her to the station, they book her. This kid is thinking I'm a criminal, I'm taken away from my parents, I'm going to...
Honestly, at 6 years old, I don't even know if you process that far. Like I'm a criminal. You're scared.
Yeah.
But the good part about this is now Kaya's grandmother is petitioning to make it where 12 years old is the minimum age that a child can be taken into police custody. I mean, that to me is still kind of young, but at least she's now fighting for something.
Yeah, but you can't have an arbitrary age. You just got to use common sense.
Exactly.
That you just don't do something like that.
Once again, thank God for these body cameras.
Yeah.
And cell phones. Yep.
Renette.
See, my thing is that when I grew up, I had a certain outlook and view on life. Of course, everybody did, and you get older and you see that life is just a big twilight zone and labyrinth of different twilight zones and realities and stuff. But this reality right here, cops, like I would think that a gun is a serious thing. If you have to go through training and you have to abide by certain criteria, certain laws, and you get trained for anything. If you're a trained fighter, you should know how to fight. You should work to be the best and to be the best at what you do and work for the work to get better at anything. That's what most people do. No matter how good they are, they try to get better. For any cop or police or anybody with the authority in any of these criterias or anybody that can be placed in a category of having or holding power or authority over other people, and especially one that gives you a gun and weapons. And the main thing for police you guys are supposed to uphold and protect and serve. And that's not what they do at all. Like, they go through this training and all of these obstacles to get a badge which gives them the authority, and the guns and weapons that give them the power to walk around with bulletproof vests on and all of these fucking Inspector gadgets so that you could put a 6-year-old in a car and put her in some fucking twisty ties like she's a fucking garbage bag and fucking throw her in a car. Fucking fingerprint her, send her for the ride of her life. And a female 6-year-old at that. So then you got the cops that got the badges and the guns, and they sit at fucking stop signs and stoplights all day and give people fucking false fucking tickets to try to meet quotas, and got people going to fucking court, losing their fucking cars, losing their jobs, fucking giving 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds fucking presents, tickets for presents for their birthday and their graduation, just getting cars. These motherfuckers are out like vultures, and then go home to their fucking wives, know what I mean? Or husbands, but mostly your wives. And your wives think that you're like out there like upholding the law and fucking racing down criminals and saving people from criminals and protecting people, and that's not what you're doing. You're fucking sticking 6-year-old kids in fucking twisty tie handcuffs, bagging them up and taking them down to the precinct and fucking fingerprinting them and treating them like they're fucking grown-ass criminals. When you got somebody that's fucking getting raped while you're doing this shit, somebody that's about to get shot or robbed, bank robbers getting away with fucking bank robberies almost every day now. Is it like, how in the hell, you know how many bank robberies I've heard just in this year, and we've only been in this year for 2 going on 3 months. How many people I've heard rob banks and got away on foot? On foot! And I don't give a fuck if this shit was in Florida, New Mexico, what the fuck ever. Like, where in the fuck, like, you guys are fucking arresting little kids, and you got motherfuckers robbing banks and getting away on foot. And I know people are like, what does that have to do with anything? But it has a lot to do with every fucking thing. These motherfuckers get badges and guns so that they could give you fucking tickets. I don't care if their sergeant puts them up to that job for the day or for the week, and that's their assignment for this or assignment for that. Like, you don't need a gun. What the fuck do you have a gun and a badge for, bro? Seriously, to pull people over and harass people? And then half of the time, you pull people over and you just like question them. I had a cop pull me over and ask me, do you know why I pulled you over? So now I guess we're supposed to play the fucking guessing game, right? And do you know what the fuck this fool said why he pulled me over? Because I had gloves on. Gloves! I had gloves on and I was driving. So, hey, he didn't know if I stole the car or not.